finding life. My thirst is divine, words inspire with perfect time. Nurtured right, them man there be learning lines, rehearsing life. Trust me, far from certified. Acting while you sleep, I'm working nights. I want all the ups to feel like that Jurgen guy on Merseyside.
Yes, guys. Yes, people. Apologies for the lateness. Even by my standards, that was a piss take. But this laptop is like fucking present day Ronaldo, bruv. It's just fucking useless. But we move. Big up everybody that's locked in. Hit the like button. Subscribe on your way into the stream. All of that shit. Man City 2. Chelsea 0. 0 for 2 in the week from hell. That we've been talking about the last few weeks. And we've only got Newcastle away left before we can have a month away from Chelsea stressing us out. Don't know whether to be grateful or to be a little bit worried that I'm going to have fuck all content throughout the next month and a half. But you know what? Maybe I'll come back with a bit more sanity. Not as pissed off with that game as I thought I would be. I think we went down swinging. I think this game to me was just more about who impressed me and who looks like a potential to start future games. We're never going to beat City. We were never going to beat City. You can try and speak some hope into existence. Maybe we'd have a better performance than we would have with our starters because they would have just got absolutely fucked. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Koulibaly could have done a lot better on the first free kick. Maybe Mendy couldn't have palmed Mahrez' shot straight into Alvarez. Maybe Koulibaly could have been a bit better on the second. Hey, maybe we could learn how to finish. That would be nice. That would be nice. But plenty to get into in today's video. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let's see what everybody is saying. Check out Jerseys FC, by the way, for your best affordable football kits, as always. Use the code CarefreeLewisG for 20% off. Check out Prayer for the Ops down in the description below. Yes, we are still pushing that track. I don't even care if it's been 3 months. Check it out. And yeah, let's see what everyone's saying. Did Conor Gallagher make the England squad? Mad. I barely paid attention to any of that. Mason Mount did. Imagine my shock. Not too surprised. Tuchel owned Pep before. Now with Graham Pulis, City treated us like Brighton. I mean, are we just going to ignore the fact that we didn't beat City last season? But that is what it is. Big up yourself, Go AM. Hope you're good. We set up well, created enough chances. Just as always, we couldn't finish. Yeah, I thought progressively we weren't too bad. There was a lot of impressive performances. I thought Lewis Hall was good. If anything, to me, that's our left wing back depth sorted until Chilwell comes back. He was absolutely unreal. Brozier, I thought was left isolated, but I can still see a good player in there. And he didn't do anything that I wouldn't have expected Havertz or Aubameyang to do up top in general. So it is what it is. I thought Brozier wasn't too bad. Pulisic, I thought his decision-making was a bit slow, but I still thought he was better than any of our starters would have done. Finishing could have been a little bit better. It really could have. But I thought he was very good on the ball. Dribbling was good. Made a couple chances here and there. Like, maybe we still want a bit more from Pulisic, but would Havertz have done any better? Would Sterling have done any better? Would Mount have done any better? I don't think so. I don't think so. So if you ask me if Pulisic should start on Sunday, I'm not against it. But let me know what everyone's saying. So annoyed Hutchinson didn't feature. I kind of understood that. I didn't think he was going to come on unless we were in a winning position. Because why are you going to throw a 17, 18-year-old into their first start, coming off the bench with the expectation that they're going to have an impact on proceedings? I think that's a lot of pressure that you put on a very young and inexperienced player. I'm not too surprised by that. I saw a lot of people pissed off about, like, oh, why are we bringing on Havertz over Hutchinson? I get it. I wouldn't have brought him on in that climate. I don't think that's fair for him. Save him for an FA Cup game or something. It is what it is. Or who knows? If by some miracle we're winning at Newcastle, give him a run out. Give him a run out. Fuck it. What else is everyone saying? People saying Chelsea are finished. Fair enough. Fair enough. Kushal, Big facts. The problem isn't the manager. The problem is the players. Problem is the players. Yeah, Lewis Hall, unbelievable performance from him. The guy was away at the Etihad with his second start in a Chelsea shirt, and he looked so confident on the ball. He was beating players easily. He was doing very well with the ball at his feet. Yeah, he could have had a better finish on him. I am not going after an 18-year-old who made their second start in a Chelsea shirt for not being clinical and composed in front of goal. I'm not doing that. Like, what the second chance came to him on his weak foot, for goodness sake. The first shot, I thought he set himself up perfectly there. We also have to take into account Ortega was on a madness yesterday. He did everything he could to keep that clean sheet, and he deserved man of the match too. He was unbelievable that game. So I did see people talking about the same old finishing and all that. That doesn't apply to Lewis Hall, in my opinion, because he's too young to even have that sort of criticism for. He was someone I just wanted to see the pros and cons from. And to me, looked very, very good for his age. Very good. He should be our second left wing back now. That's got to be our depth for Cucurella. Lewis Hall showed more on the ball ability in one game than Mason Mount has had all year. Whew, it's all mad. I don't know why Koulibaly didn't jump. That didn't make sense to me. I don't get that. The whole wall jumped. I don't know why one doesn't jump with them. If any of you guys know in the comments, let me know, but I don't get that. How long do we expect the players to trust the process? I don't give a shit if the players trust the process. The majority of you are not going to be here by the time we get to the end of that process. So I don't care. If you don't trust the process, leave. Leave. Leave my club. I'm fine with that. The only player that outright 100% deserves to stay, regardless of any circumstances, we already have on a 6-year deal. So anybody else, I don't care. Leave. I don't care. It is what it is. City on cruise control of their BT. This is why, like, I'm not too pissed about it. Like, imagine we were winning, and then they bring on Haaland, and then they bring on De Bruyne, and then they bring on Foden. We're still not winning. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. If we got a result, fair fucking play to the team for that. I just went there for vibes. It was fucking long getting back. Big up, Steve, if you're watching. What a driver. What a shift you did for us yesterday. Big up yourself, my guy. We didn't get back till 5 a.m. I don't know what time he got back at. So, Steve, if you're watching, big up, my guy. You did us a massive solid last night. You weren't even making it to the Etihad if it wasn't for him. It was a good day. It was actually a really good day. In spite of the performance. I need to learn to not let the game get to me like that. But then again, it was because it was the Carabao Cup. If it was the league, I might have been a bit more pissed off. Senegalese Maguire. I still believe in Koulibaly. I think he's a quality player. I've been saying all season he needs to adapt to the speed of the Premier League, and I think he will. But there's too many errors right now. Too many errors. But I do believe he's going to turn things around. He's a quality centre-back. Damn, Lewis owning Pendu already. Penal dogs ain't going to be happy. It is what it is, bruv. It is what it is. It was there for the taking last night. I'm not too mad. Neither am I. Like, our finishing is absolutely fucking atrocious. I said it on Casually FC last night. Our attackers are the sort of players that need their women to grab their dick and put it inside them for them. Because they're going to have no clue where to put it. We are the most impotent attack in the Premier League. I run out of words for it, man. I think we had 11 shots and 4 on target. And City had half of their shots on target. It's just Chelsea, that. It's so Chelsea. Went down swinging. Damn, the Pulis PR already worked on Lewin. No, because, like, we're never going to win that game, man. Like, we were second best for a good portion of it. And even in that perspective, I think we did a lot better than I kind of expected from us. Like, I understand there's standards at this club that need to be addressed, and I'm never going to lower those standards, but I don't believe this squad can reach those standards. So, this squad isn't good enough for Chelsea's level. Like, I don't like hearing it from the manager, but we played a rotated side. This isn't our strongest 11. City's B team, even with their passages of play, their passing lanes and everything, they looked so much better than us. They looked so much further forward than us. When they were pinging passes around, they were unstoppable. And we were saved by some good saves from Mendy, good defensive work from Cucurella and Koulibaly in some phases. But City as a squad looked much better than us. I just didn't want us to lose 6-0 or some shit. Like, I want to have faith in my team going into any sort of game. But I have been going to the last 2 matches on hope. Just saying, I think we can get a result, but not for any logical reason. This one was just because it was B team v B team, and the last one was because I just refused to go into an Arsenal game shook. This team ain't good enough. So, I understand the standards, but this team will never reach those standards. I'm sorry for that. Sydney Football says Havertz is trash. I don't think he did too much wrong when he came on. I'll be real with you. Like, he came on with like 15 minutes left, had about 5 to 10 touches. It's not much more he's gonna do with that. I don't think I couldn't look at that game and be like, you suck. Barely played. Barely played. Thoughts on Ziyech? He was good in phases in the first half, got a lot better in the second. Very unlucky not to get an assist. But I didn't think Ziyech was crap or anything. I just don't think it was a consistent performance from him. But I thought he was alright. ETH Trash says, question, who cares about the trophy? I wouldn't have minded winning it. Like, I don't know what we're winning this season, so I would have taken it. But hey, that's another cup. We're out of it. What else is everybody saying? The other players need to look at Hall's performance and learn something from that. Let's learn how to beat a man as a bare minimum. Or just move the ball a bit quickly. We're in the mud, but studies show mud baths can be good for you. That's decent, you know. I might have to scouse that. Really wanted to see. So yeah, so did I, but like I don't think it would have been realistic unless we were winning. I don't think so. Ortega showing Mendy levels. I thought Mendy's only issue was his distribution. It's the same shit really with him. His shot stopping wasn't too bad. The second goal I do think he could have done a bit better with, but I don't think Mendy was an absolute disaster class yesterday. Oh, my throat is a fucking mess. What else? You want the glue to leave Lewis? Lol. Yeah, he's talking about Mount, isn't he? Mount, to be honest, like he didn't look good when he came on. I thought Havertz came on with too little time to have any real impact, and he didn't have any big moments. So I can't say too much about him. But Mount, he came on, had 2 good opportunities to put players in space, and his weight of passing is so bad, man. Like, that's something he needs to perfect if he wants to get to the next level. Because there are so many opportunities, and not just in this game, where he's in the right position. And if he plays the ball quickly enough, he hits it with so much weight behind it, it's going nowhere near the player. And that happened twice yesterday. Just isn't good enough from him. Isn't good enough. Russian said on Marshall's stream that we might need to sell Reece James because he's injury prone. Huh? If Alex is here, I'm gonna need to speak to him about that because I don't get that. Koulibaly's still good, but I'm scared he might have the bozo gene. Don't speak that into existence because I kind of get what you're saying. Like, I don't think you're completely wrong with that right now, but I want to judge him after a year. Right now, though, I do think it might be fair to say he looks like he's got a bit of a bozo gene about him. But don't like be judge, jury, and execution on him just yet. I still think he's a quality centre back, but that is a very fair point, Quads. Very fair point. Yeah. Big pause on that or whatever I said. I don't remember what I said. It was about the wife dick part. Aye, fair enough. I'll repeat it. Yeah, our attackers need their wives to put their dicks inside them because they don't know where to find it. Simple as. Careful not to be mudded. Mudded over what? Not about Mount, hopefully. Here's the thing. People really need to get this like mudding thing out of their system. Like, you can be objective about things as you see them. Someone can be absolute dog shit for 5 months, and you can rightfully call them dog shit. If they play well after that, you're not in the mud. As long as you address that they're playing well. Like, you could say maybe you got it wrong if you went to a final decision about the player, but if someone's playing like crap, you can call them crap and you're not in the mud when they start playing well. No, they just started playing well. Just be objective. You are allowed to change your opinions. You really are allowed to do that. What else is everyone saying? Once Mr. Russian Oil left your club, you became shit. I wonder why. It's not solely to do with Roman. Like, it's not just because he left. It's because our scouting's been terrible for the last 5 years. Let's call it what it is. It's not just a Roman's left and we don't have money because we literally spent 300 million in the summer. So I don't think that makes a lot of sense, personally. My Ardle was good. Did you see his shot coming on? Oh yeah, you can hold a block. Oh, someone else did it. Big up whoever did that. My guy. WRX saying, I'm sorry, Lewis, but ever since Harry Potter was hired, I don't enjoy watching Chelsea. If Harry was sacked tonight, I would be happy. But, bro, do you expect another manager to come in and suddenly turn these lot into Champions League winners? Because I'd like to know the answer to that question first. Right now, our team is shit. We have goalkeepers that we don't really have faith in. Not 100%. Even Kepary's been good, but don't tell me you got 100% faith in him. Because I think you're very naive if you do. Not you in general, just anyone. Our defense still needs to get an understanding of each other. I've been saying that a lot, but I will keep saying that until the end of the season. And by the way, Cucurella was unreal. For everyone who's been on his neck the last few games, he was unreal yesterday. Let's call it what it is. The midfield lacks control. It lacks creativity. Our 10s aren't creative. Wingers don't really grasp a game for 90 minutes, and our attackers barely get any service. Why do we expect anything good from this team? That's why I keep saying, keep the same standards for Chelsea, but acknowledge and accept that our players are not good enough to reach those standards. And that's why we need to rebuild. We need to rebuild because we need a squad that's capable of reaching those standards. And I believe Potter can build that sort of team. But as much as we want to have high standards, this team is shit. And until you guys realize it, you're just going to keep getting worse, feeling worse and worse about this squad. Accept that our squad isn't good enough. And you will feel a lot calmer. It's as simple as that, guys. It's as simple as that. What did Graham say? Graham Pula said it best. My idol loves to play. Can't be bothered. Sum up Havertz in one word. If you're talking about in the last game, that's the only word I got for it. Like, he didn't do anything. He was on for like 10, 15 minutes. I can't get at him for that. That would be a genuine agenda. Like, Mount came on and he was playing poorly. He had 2 brilliant through balls to put through to players. One for Sterling, I think maybe both for Sterling, and he massively overweighted it. Havertz came on, had a shit shot from outside the box, shock and horror. And other than that, like, I don't think he did anything that bad. It's just too late to do anything. It's like when he came on, I was just like, oh, whatever, we've lost. I don't give a shit. I can't say too much about it. A lot of people say I'm reading the haters comment. I don't know. Loftus-Cheek is shit. Yeah, I didn't think he was that great yesterday. I also don't think he was supported that well by Ziyech, but I don't think he was great. He didn't really stand out for me or anything. Our fan base want to win while selling players and high. Why everyone expects a Tuchel turnaround? And that's not going to happen. This team isn't good enough. It's just not. It's as simple as that. And I'm going to keep saying it. Until you guys realize this squad isn't good enough for the expectations that you have of this club, you're just going to get more and more annoyed. Use this season to assess who's good enough for Chelsea and who isn't. Then in the summer, we can clear what we need to clear. We can bring in what we can bring in, and we'll be a better team for it. It's going to be a long season. Just strap up. Is it mad that Cucurella looks good when he has someone who compliments him and doesn't want to take up the same spots he does and doesn't leave him exposed? Yeah, I don't think I paid too much attention to that really, but we'll talk about that later when I send the link. I'm going to send out in a few minutes. I'm guessing you mean Chilwell by that. I just hope you see this. Why do we keep sacking our coach? What? You might need to resend that, bro, because I don't get that. We don't sack after every loss, my friend. Well, Nketiah do probably, but that doesn't say a lot. Was it a mistake not to keep Colwill? In hindsight, because we gave Colwill to Potter because Potter wanted him, and now Potter's here. Yeah. But I think regardless, he'll still come back at the end of the season and he'll get given a fair chance again. So it's not too bad. It's a bit of a waste for him, but he'll have another year. C says, watch how good our team becomes once we get rid of our midfield. One of the most unbalanced midfields in the Prem. Yeah, our midfield needs a lot of work. Same thing with our attack. Midfield has to be sorted out first. So I completely agree with that. Big up everyone super chatting though. You guys are still in the super chat lottery for the third kit, so keep an eye out for that. Hit the likes, by the way. We've got 300 of you in here, and we've got under 100 likes. Come on, we're talking about our finishing, and our conversion rate is still shit here. Come on, guys, hit that like button. Everybody, anyone who hasn't pressed it, press the button. Simple as. Just one thing. Helps the channel out, pushes me up on the algorithm, and yeah, it's good for me and it helps me out. So yeah, just hit that like button, please. What else everyone saying? The question you should be asking is, what has Potter done in his career to earn this much faith? I think Potter did really well at Brighton, and a lot of people are giving him credit for it. A lot of people are saying he could make a step up to a big six club straight off that. The reason why people don't want to give him time is because Tuchel was sacrificed for him. Simple as that. And I understand it. If you asked me, would I sack Potter right now and bring Tuchel back? I probably would. I don't think Tuchel was treated fairly. And I think Potter and Tuchel would struggle with these bums. But Tuchel is gone. We need to get over that. Potter is a good manager. He is a very good manager. He is just in a shit squad. And the expectations are a lot higher than they are at Brighton. The only thing that I don't like about Potter is he gives me zero confidence in the press room. That's the only thing that I don't like. Like, Tuchel, I'd always felt confident with him coming out of the press room. even Lampard, and we know what Lampard's football was like, but every time he was in the press room, he filled me with confidence. Potter, he doesn't. He doesn't fill me with confidence. He just talks about each game like, we're going to go there, we're going to do the best that we can. They're a tough side, but we're going to go there and try to get the 3 points. I'm like, yeah, great. I feel so much more optimistic for the game now. Great. So I do think he needs to master the press room a bit more. But I don't know who would get anything good out of this squad. Why are we all just forgetting that we were dog shit all this year? The whole of 2022 we have sucked. And 8, 9 months of that was under Tuchel. So it's not about Potter. Why do we have enough faith in these players that we think a new manager is going to just get more out of them? They are shit. And we all know they are shit. So let the players be overhauled. Let's get rid of the deadwood first and then look at the manager. The same way I said under Tuchel. Get rid of the players first and then look at the manager. Same energy applies. You guys need to give Potter a bit more patience. You can be critical where you want to be critical, and that's fine. I'm cool with that. I'll never say blindly back anybody. But I will back the manager over these players. Because these players have been the one letting this shirt down for ages. In spite of the Champions League win. We have not been good enough for a while. So stop acting like it's all the manager. It's not all the manager. It is the players first. Scott said he meant chill. Alright, cool, fair enough. What else is everyone saying? I say they don't like Potter as a manager. Fair enough. Hopefully he proves you guys wrong. The last presser was a minute. Fucking hell. Yeah. He does seem a bit like polite, a bit timid in the press room and all of those stuff. And I think he needs to improve in that point. Puff out your chest a little bit more, but with the same energy, like, I don't know if I'd go into press rooms confident with this shit that I'm trying to coach. I wouldn't be confident. There needs to be an overhaul, first and foremost. Why's my ticker stop working? There we go. Alright, cool. Graham Pulis is like Lukaku. Every time he gets behind the mic, he looks worse. You know what? Fair enough, Goyam. That's a good one. 3 different managers, same players. Right. So why are we gunning for Potter when we clearly see what the same issue is? The players. Simple as that. Simple as that, guys. I said sorry, I'd better presses, and he could barely speak English. Oh my gosh. I seen the line yesterday, he didn't start Silva and Aubameyang. Yeah, I wouldn't. Why would I start Silva in this game? He plays more than enough already. Aubameyang, like, maybe you could have played him with Broja, but I didn't really have too much issues with the lineup. Like, I thought that was a very fair lineup to play. Didn't have a problem with it at all. Exactly, Miko. Exactly. So even with that, like, I would like him to be more confident, but I get why he isn't. I get it. Right, it's not a who would you sell right now. Right now it's a who would you keep. I'll give the new signings a season before I make my final judgment on them. Reece James can stay. Kovacic apparently is assessing his options, but I'd keep him. Anyone else, they can leave. And I would be fine with it. Silva, I wouldn't mind keeping him for another year, but I do believe he wants to retire in Brazil. So if he ever wanted to leave at any point, I would accept it. And I'd be like, thank you for your service. You have had an unbelievable time at Chelsea. Debatably, we could say that you're a Chelsea legend, even in the limited time that you've spent here. Go retire and live a happy life. So even if Silva wanted to leave, I'd be like, hands up, you know what? Fair enough. Go for it. But other than that, anybody else, bye-bye. Go. I really wouldn't care less. Kovac should go, can't be Oz. No, I don't mind people assessing their options. I don't mind that, as long as it doesn't have an impact on your performances. People are just humans at the end of the day. They will assess their options and figure out what's best for them. So I'm fine with that. Kovacic is still one of our better players, and fair enough. Like, look at your options. Do you give the transfer that came in with Kai Werner 2 years to judge because of COVID? No, I think that's a bollocks excuse. Havertz had COVID in his first year, and I gave him his first year. I gave him a massive chunk of his second year before I was just like, you know what, he's just shit. So, no. I've given Havertz more than enough time. Werner, I gave up on him after the draw against United at the Bridge last season. At that point, I was like, you're shit too. That's it. I can't be bothered for it. COVID is a bollocks excuse, personally. I don't agree with that. I wouldn't be against it either. I think for people, like, they always use longevity when they talk about someone being a legend. But I think for Silva, for his age and for everything he's done and for how good he's been, in spite of all the crap that's been around him, you could easily call him a legend. And I don't think it's a disrespectful thing to say at all. Just depends on how you judge someone being a legend or not. Big up yourself. I hope it's a decent game too, my friend. I hope it is. People going on as if this team is... Facts. Big fucking facts. Thoughts on the midfield is Zakari and Kova. They should play over cement midfield. Jorginho and Ruben. I still like Zakaria and Jorginho personally. You could play Kovacic in there too. I don't think Zakaria was too bad. Like that, any midfield is going to struggle against City's midfield. They are just a much better team in a much better system. Their level of passing, even for their B team, is absolutely ridiculous. And God willing, we're at that level in a year or two's time, where our B team can play like that. Because when they were in transition, when they were in full flow, they cut through our midfield like a hot knife through butter. And I'm not going to cuss out the midfield for that, because City are just a different level. They are a completely different level. They are where we want to be, and we are not there yet. So, why be vexed? Why be completely pissed off about this? Big up, Steve, my guy. Again, much appreciated for the ride there and back, man. You did us a massive job yesterday. Can we give a big mention to Warwickshire and Greater Manchester, please? Yeah, them motherfuckers did everything to try and stop us making kickoff. So I'm going to give you guys the story, innit? We stopped off at a service station, and then this fucking job's worth Karen bitch, right, must have reported to the police that someone came out of a car with a bottle in their hand. And when we tried to drive out, we got stopped by feds. They made him do this long-ass breathalyzer test. My guy took a Coors Light Zero. Not even alcohol. So then obviously he was negative on the breathalyzer test. And they checked his insurance and all of that, and they let us go. But then, those dickheads, Warwickshire police, go fuck yourselves, by the way. They sent out a report saying track the car, because they're drink driving, and we got stopped again outside Manchester. They put him in the back of the car, had him do a drugs test, a fucking alcohol test, all sorts of bollocks, all because of 2 bullshit reports. So Warwickshire police, fuck yourself. Greater Manchester police, fuck yourselves. Dickheads. Big up yourself, Steve, my guy. Appreciate the ride, bro. I hope you didn't get any more shit on the way back as well. Big up yourself. If you want the link as well, I'll send it over. Anything else anyone's saying? Haven't looked at Enzo Fernandez enough. I'll have a look. No one else is saying any. No, it's not racially stereotyped. Otherwise, they would have stopped me and not Steve. Nah, it wasn't racially stereotyped. I will say that. Right. Let me send the link out. Cool. While I'm doing this, as always, like button, hit that, all that shit. Big up Lewis, my guy, for the excellent adventure company on our adventure. Let me get this shit pop up out the way quick. There we go. Big thanks to 2 National Police Force that made the Krypton Factor. Yeah, fuck minute. But big up my guy for the ride. We'll definitely do that a lot more this season, bro. Take care of yourself and rest up today because you did a lot of legwork yesterday. Genuinely, big up yourself. I massively appreciate it. Yeah. Big facts. Right, I'm sending the link out. Bear with me, guys, while I'm doing this. Just hit the like button. If you don't want me to miss your comment, drop a little super chat. Helps us out. This laptop is moving like Chelsea in transition, bruv. I can't be bothered. Yeah, I think that's everybody on Twitter. Right, we'll see who pops in. Yeah, that's everybody. That is everybody. Big up, everybody. What's everyone saying? Fata, you still hungover, bro?
I'm sober currently.
Nah, that did
You
not
sound it,
sound
bro.
sober at all, but fair enough. Well, what's everyone's thoughts on the game yesterday? We'll say that. What's everyone's thoughts on the performance? Scott, I'll start with you.
Performance,
start from Scott.
Yeah, I'll say
Better
performance
start
in
from
general, to be
Fine.
fair, like genuinely not too bad at the end of the day. Like considering who we were playing, considering it was quite a rotated team. It's just annoying that it's the same things that let us down. Like it's the same problems. It's a slightly better version of the Arsenal game all over again. Like we played the right way. We kind of set up the right way in terms of soak up pressure and let them come at us and then hit them on a counter attack. And we did it better than we did against Arsenal. But then it's literally the same problems. Like it's literally the same problems. You have Pulisic who can't seem to hit anything from 6 yards out. Like we were speaking about this on. I think we were speaking about this either on stream or after the stream on Casually last night. This is the 3rd time this season he's had a shot in the same exact place and has either mishit it or just air kicked it. 3 times this season in the same spot on the pitch. Like this man has no composure, like none at all.
And he fell down right after he took a shot all 3 times.
I was going to say, go
He
and
does that
rewatch
all
that.
the time. Little knee slide after shooting. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
and like
care.
go and rewatch. I didn't realize this because I missed the first 20-25 minutes I was driving home from work. I went back and rewatched the shot that Pulisic had. I thought initially he kicked it straight at the keeper. That's going wide if it doesn't get a deflection. Like he's fully kicking that wide if it doesn't come off the defender. Like
yeah, actually, defender was shot on target.
Yeah, the defender caused it to go on target. It's the same problems. Like we can say what we want about like Pulisic about whether he had a good game or not, but it's the same problems. Literally, he can't finish. Like as good as Hall
with
was,
the finishing part. It's just wank in general. It gets to the point where it becomes laughable. But in terms of performance, do you think it's better than what we've seen from our other forwards, or do you think it's still on the same level of crap?
Yes, I said this as well on the stream last night.
Midfield was better. That's why the forward looked better. The position of Pulisic was better.
I just think in general, like
well, that's the thing.
It says a lot. It says I was to say it says a lot in terms of the attackers. It says a lot that we got worse once the subs came on. Like I think once the subs came on, we got worse. We actually had some attacking impetus in terms of when like Ziyech.
Yeah, Josh, when we had like 18 years old, bro. Let's not do that.
There's no point.
The thing is, right? Hall does need to score. Like you can take his performance and say it was a quality performance, and I still think he does need to score that.
Yeah,
but like it doesn't detract from the rest of the performance.
Which one though? Because like the first one, he set himself up. The second one goes onto his weak foot.
The first one,
shit if a weak or not weak.
The first one player. We can Kai. The first one he needs to score.
He's an 18-year-old in his second first
say
team
that he's
start.
18. Say he's 18 years old. Don't say
what? I said that like a minute ago.
No. You used it was on his weak foot. There's no
weak foot in a 18-year-old on his
18.
Weak foot.
Yes.
I still think the first one. I still think the first one he needs to score. I'll give him a pass. I'll give him a pass on the second one. The first one he does need to score. He needs to do better with. But regardless, right, with the attackers,
I'll give him a pass on both of them actually.
I think both. Like he did the best he could.
Yeah, but like with the attackers, nice. So as I said, it tells a lot that like Mount came on, Havertz came on, even Sterling to an extent came on, and we looked worse. Like we looked worse going forward. Like at least with like Brozier up top, we had someone who could hold the ball up and was giving a problem physically for the defense. Like with Pulisic and Ziyech, we had players that offered slightly different on either side, but offered something positive. Also, by the way, like that Ziyech skill, for as good as it was, people do realize that was an overhit pass. Like he only has to do that because Loftus-Cheek doesn't know how to put a weighted pass.
I just want to say he is a poor man's Riyad Mahrez. If you saw the second, he is a poor man's Riyad Mahrez. Let me tell you,
bro. Like
can I address the chat? Can I address a person in the chat, please?
Before we conceded
Super Tama Tuchel.
Oh wait.
Oh, first off, Lee, appreciate the donation, my friend. That is, we'll say that's 6 lottery tickets. So
or maybe he just forgot to type. He figures out.
If you want to type something, it doesn't have to be a super chat. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up for you.
Super Tommy Tuchel.
Super Tommy Tuchel.
Did you see Caldwell versus Arsenal? No, I watched Chelsea.
I was going to say, man, I'm watching Chelsea, fam.
Well, I don't care.
Like, why do I give a fuck about like this isn't a disrespect on Colwell, but why do I give a fuck about a Carabao Cup game between Brighton and Arsenal that a dude who's played before yesterday had played all of 3 Premier League minutes? Like, I'm watching my
Cobham's revenge.
Why do I give a fuck?
It just shows how Chelsea fans are like, how you can watch. I don't know, man.
Chelsea fans are brain damaged, man. That's nothing new.
See, I can put the 6 games at once on my TV and
Fatur, I have beef with you, Fatur, by the way.
The problem is I don't do that when Chelsea plays live. You see what I'm saying? I will do when Chelsea is not playing. I will watch that 6 game. But come on, Super Tama Tuchel. Come on, man. Be proper Chelsea. Be proper Chelsea.
The underlying thing for me yesterday is, as I said, it's literally the same problems. It's we play well to a point, like we play better than we have done, like against in other games. But it's then we can't finish our dinner, and then we have defensive fuck ups. Like it's literally the story of how we are as a club at the moment. Like we can do as many things good as we want, but at the end of the day, these guys still can't finish their dinner. Like, and then you've got defenders who are meant to be captains for their national team, but couldn't lead a fucking conga line, never mind a back line. Like these man stink. These man, just stink right now. And that's not to say, that's not me writing some of these guys off and saying they can never get better, but right now they just stink.
Koulibaly.
Listen,
he stinks. He is comfortably, and I include Cucurella in this. He's comfortably our worst. He's been our worst centre back this year, and people don't want to hear it because it's Koulibaly. But he's been our worst centre back.
Koulibaly.
He's been our worst centre back this year.
What do you guys think about Cucurella? I think he had a good game yesterday.
Honestly, Cucurella had a good game, in my opinion.
Yeah, Cucurella was really good.
Marco shined yesterday. Marco was.
That's where my beef with Fatur comes. He was on Blue Fans TV. I didn't watch the video. I don't want to pick you up. I watched that.
This is why I want him to do as a left wing back. I don't want him as a left centre back though.
Yeah, but you
He
said he was
works as a left centre back though when he has someone that supports him, not when he has someone that exposes him or when he has someone that wants to stand in the same place he does. So he has to then adjust how he plays. When you have
Defensively, was
someone who
brilliant. He
complements
saved
how he
us, man.
plays,
Like,
when you have someone who complements how he plays, like he did at Brighton, like he did yesterday, it works.
Yeah.
By the way, that's the third goalkeeper for City.
Yeah, like,
second.
Ortega played really well. Like, even in spite of our shitty finishing, Ortega deserved man of the match.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
well.
people like this is where like and this is not necessarily a dig at anyone in the chat, but I think this comes from like if people had like watched other football, they don't know this guy was a starting goalkeeper in the Bundesliga last season, like played really well. Like it's not surprising he played as well as he did. This was all he was doing last season.
I think Haaland couldn't score against him last season in the
City fans
Bundesliga
telling
as
me
well.
they rate him over Ederson. So like I'm not surprised he fucking showed it.
I mean, City have good recruitment. Even the second choice striker, man, he has more goals than our first choice.
How many City
Khalid asked the question for the panel. If you don't mind, I'll ask.
Who Jack Lee?
Khalid, the Russian dude in the chat. Khalid.
This one?
Yeah, no, before that.
Oh, okay.
I see you know what it is, Khalid. Yeah, but anyway, he asked, what do you think about the January transfer window? Is there going to be signings from the Potter crew, or Bol is still going to use his influence in the market?
I think he will talk to Potter. I think Potter will have a say.
I think he will buy. I think we will buy a lot of players.
I think a midfielder definitely comes in.
Yeah. That's not the question.
I don't think he's going to do it.
Do you speak English?
If he's smart, he uses the people he's brought in. Otherwise, it was a waste of time bringing them in.
Yeah, which is why I think he will use Potter.
He asked the question: who do you think is going to be
deciding
main person by signing players? Is it going to be Potter background, the one that we brought from Brighton, or because technically we still don't have a director?
The guy from
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be like
Bol is going to be influencing what options that he has.
I think it's going to be like Shields and Macaulay, and like it's going to be all of that group. I think it's going to be like Macaulay and Shields and all of like the people, and depending on if we get Vivel in or whoever by then or whatever
it's the recruitment.
it's going to be all of that group. Yeah,
I think Potter still gets the final say though.
Yeah, I think he definitely gets a say.
I don't know if he gets a final say. I think
the problem with Tuchel and Ole was that they wanted a working relationship with transfers. They wanted them both to work together with it. And
you don't understand the question. You don't understand the question. Again, I keep repeating the same question. The reason why it didn't work with Tuchel, it's because Bowley put the names and Tuchel reaction. Is it going to be Bowley put the names, or is it going to be Potter saying, I need that specific player? Do you see what I'm saying?
I think I was going to say, I think it will be Potter. I think it will be Potter saying, I need this profile, and then it will be Shields and Macaulay's job to find the player that fits that profile.
Okay.
Boys, did we get the guy from RB? Did we get the guy from RB? Because I'm not.
I don't know. I don't think we've actually got him yet.
We did. His
what, Vivel?
Yeah, but I don't think it's. He's going to be board of director. If you read it, the last article was a board of director is going to be out of 3 people. Him, the guy from Leipzig, whatever that guy, and 2 more people. I don't know who's the other 2. But that's how board is going to be at Chelsea. And the rest of them is going to be staff around it.
Bro,
because I don't think Bowley has time to do all this Chelsea stuff again. Like be in the main line for the Chelsea all the time. You see what I'm saying?
Actually, yeah, go ahead.
Because I heard the rumor that like there's a complaints on Dodgers. There's complaints on other teams that like not enough attention to that.
Oh, they're jealous. That's nice, man.
You see what I'm saying? But technically, he doesn't have nothing set up yet, so he can leave it, like, delegate the job. So he has to go for all that by himself.
Yeah, but I think like the good part is like we have only 1 game left until the transfer window. So
we have the World Cup to go before that as well, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I
but
get
the
to
World
watch
Cup is not
Alvarez
really.
play
I mean, like a Chelsea issue, like a Chelsea-wise.
Bro, I'm telling you now, like, I don't care about Chelsea until the January transfer window opens. I don't care.
Scott, I echo that, man. I'm tired of these guys.
I'm
man.
playing God of War right now. That's how little I care. I give a fuck about
Oh,
that.
don't
you
tell me.
want
Don't
us
ruin
to
it for me,
suffer?
man. Don't ruin it for me.
Scott,
I do,
what
bro. Like, this is my point. Like, I
what
just,
happened to you want us to suffer?
I
You're
still want us to
suffering,
suffer.
kind of falling down.
No,
Alex,
he
don't
wants
do
you
that.
to
Alex,
suffer,
don't
or he
do
enjoys
that.
God of War. You know, or he enjoys God of War. You guys suffer.
You're suffering, you kind of give up
What do
on
you
the
think about it,
suffering
Scott?
really
Is
quick.
it as good as people are saying it is?
I love it, bro. I really like it.
No, wait, man.
Ale-
No. He wants people to suffer, but at the same time, you kind of like weak. You think it's a suffering for all of us, but not you. But it looks like
Oh no, like
you're not happy that
You must
you
be
suffering
prepared to
yourself.
suffer.
like I'm prepared to suffer. The thing is like it's a case of, I mean, the people that like for me, I'm just
Specific
not.
people.
It's not that. It's the fact of
Oh,
like the people that
yeah,
really
president
care
as well.
and really like have the like where every game they're like literally upset about everything, and it's like for example, yesterday we conceded the first goal. I didn't react. Second goal I did, but that's just because I was pissed off at Koulibaly. But I mean, in terms of, like, I'm still suffering in terms of I have to watch this. Like, I watched it yesterday, and it was like I just have to like watch that. Even though we're playing well, we still can't finish, and it's still the same problems. But I'm accepting that. It's not. I'm still suffering, but I'm accepting that suffering. I'm taking it in, and I'm just being like, "Fuck it, is what it is." I'm gonna just divert my attention to something
Here's
else.
how
Like I'll play
suffering.
FIFA, play God of
Listen
War.
how suffering.
Game, man.
I think here's the how suffering going on, because I think actually Chelsea fans, a lot of them on same page. They just think like I said, everybody will look at the game the way they want in their head, how they want Chelsea to play. You know, everybody have a fantasy in their head how they want Chelsea to play. So if you like that new generation Chelsea, like to be like Barcelona, Man City, fluent football, you pay attention more
sexy,
on.
man.
Yeah. Well, of course, you the one that's gonna say that kind of word, like.
All of
Magic
us.
Mike.
Scott has the same opinion.
Okay.
Lewis.
He didn't use word sexy, by the way. You did.
But
So
Scott, you want
okay,
sexy
Magic
football,
Mike.
Chelsea. Everybody wants sexy football, Chelsea, bro.
What I'm saying is, everybody wants us. Everything the way they think of football, it's what they want to be in ahead. Some people like that quick pass, blah blah blah, fast step overs and all that. Some people like to be controlling the game by physicalities, strength, and all that. So when we watch the game, people that criticize offensive zone, they criticize only that specific zone of you know what I'm saying, like all the problems are forward problems. I think it's like a midfield. Somebody else think different, but nobody actually puts on all together. It's a one big problem, and that's the problem between fans. We pay attention too much on the zonal of problems without actually looking from the like sky view. Like the whole Chelsea
That
team
stems
is the
from players'
problem.
If you look at it, a lot of the English fans want Potter out for some reason. They're not backing him as much as they back Lampard. They want him out. Like I see so many people who are like well known within the Chelsea fan goal community, and they're like, you know, this guy have no experience. He has to go, blah blah blah. But I've seen none of them talking about the Mount on Havertz performances. None of them, bro. None of them.
No.
Galib.
It's because they're clueless though, Kai. Like, what's the answer if we get rid of Potter? Like, we get Luis Enrique in, and then what's the answer in a year and a half when he's fallen, when these players aren't good enough and he can't make it work because he's not.
Fans will be allowed to have a say.
Unfortunately, managers aren't fucking miracle workers. At least not all of them. Yeah. And then what happens when we get rid of Enrique?
Tuchel was.
I know he was for the first season. Yeah, I know. But Alex, the thing is with Tuchel is sooner or later it stops being a miracle. It stops working.
Because
like at the start, he worked miracles.
When you make it,
you have the same problems because you have the same players.
Stop.
Right.
When you make it a juice,
I was saying, and then when Enrique stops working in like a year and a half, then what's the problem? Then what's the thing? Are we going to get Hansi Flick? And then when that stops working in like a year and a half, because he's getting pissed off with his god awful. Who's the next manager we go and get?
Is back tomorrow if it's an option.
If it was an option, I wouldn't mind. I think he got treated poorly, but he can't happen. That's why I just moved on from it.
But I just want to put that up there for the people.
Yeah. I don't know if we could get him back, I'd do it. But
I don't know if Tuchel and Potter can work together though. I feel like the relationship is already fucked, man. Tuchel and Bolly.
Okay.
I mean, Jose came back twice, didn't he?
I just had issues with my brain. It's kind of foggy.
Jose came back twice, so I could see it happen.
I can see him coming back for a
And
third
it's
try,
just
you
what
know.
cracks me up about all of this. I say what cracks me up about all of this is that for all the people that like rate Tuchel so highly and like rate what he says and what he thinks so highly, he even said it was on the players, and they still want to go after the manager. So the guy that you rate, and I rate him too, by the way, don't take this as I'm not rating him, but the guy that we rate as a manager in Tuchel said it was the players. These were the guys that are at fault. They are the problem.
Bro, even Lampard said,
as well.
I don't know why
sorry, Kai. Like as well, the last 5 managers have now said that the players are the problem, and we're still going after the fucking manager.
Yeah. Yeah, did you hear
At
that, Lewis?
what point do we stop saying it's the fucking manager's fault and it might be the problem with the players?
Yeah, Lewis.
Yeah, fraud, Lewis. He wants.
I've been blaming the players the whole time.
No, you blaming Potter.
By the way, Lewis,
I'm not like
when I watched that interview on Blue Fans TV,
I'm a bigger man. I'm a bigger man. By the way, Galib, if you do, Galib, если ты хочешь, Гары, если ты хочешь, чтобы тебя правильно говорили твое имя, напиши с буквой Г, не KH, а Г по-русски, по-английски. Thank you.
English, please.
What do you guys think of Zacharias' performance yesterday?
He got exposed in the tight spaces.
The first half he was decent. Second half, he was
exactly.
No. Hold on a second. That press from Manchester City, the kid looks so awkward on the ball.
At times,
bro.
Even if he did,
everything about how he played yesterday is exactly why I didn't want him playing. At least I didn't want him starting against Arsenal.
Yeah, you need to get them slowly into the game.
Yeah, it echoes my opinion. When he gives these guys chances, he gives it against fucking City and teams that are hard. He doesn't give like the Mounts and the Havertz. He gives them the teams that are like trash fucking bottom half, and they still lose.
Guy, you know what's the biggest upset from yesterday at Tuchel?
Yeah.
That he actually said and stopped Hutchinson from going to international game and experienced that, and stopped him from going there, put him on the bench. It did not use him.
Yeah.
Why do we need Kai Havertz 2-0? Like what is the purpose of him stopping the kid from coming?
Bro, because he rates these guys. He wants these guys to work out. So he thinks like if they play more, they become magically better. He even said Mount is a good boy, you know. He needs to play more.
Yeah, let's talk. Let's talk. Let's
talk.
What?
We lost 2-0, bro. What are we talking about? We lost 2-0.
Allow it, Ziyad. Allow it.
Ziyech had a better game than Pulisic.
Allow it, man.
Look at this club, man. Who gives a fuck, bro?
Let's
Can I
not
have
do
a
that. Your boy Ziyech couldn't take a man on.
Take it back into the topic. I think with Hutchinson, I said I think it wasn't the best climate to bring him into, but he did get done a bit dirty.
Fuck Hutchinson, man. We've got Ziyech.
Allow it, my bro, man.
If you in front of me, I'll beat the shit out of you, man.
You guys think Ziyech was that bad? I think Ziyech was decent.
Thank you, Kai. I appreciate you, Kai.
He's a poor man's Riyad Mahrez.
Bro, when he did that,
Riyad Mahrez is a better player, and we know that.
Riyad Mahrez had a fucking beautiful kick as well, man.
He can't.
Yo, hold up. Yeah, that's why. Hold up. Everyone, hold up for 1 second. Let's
that
show
dummy
some
he had in Bernardo Silva was class, man. Did you guys see the dummy against Bernardo Silva? That was nice.
Let's be fair and show some respect. That is his first game in months and months. And he started one game.
Who cares, bro? Nice story, man.
I need to hear this crash landing.
It's not crash landing. It's perfect landing, bro. I'm not right there. Listen, first game in months and months. Okay, he finally gets his opportunity. No. He's finally gets his opportunity, and I'm not saying he has a world-class game. He had a decent / good game. And when your gaming starts to Kai Havertz constantly, there is no reason why Ziyech should not be given constant game time. I'm sorry.
Okay, I agree with you. I agree with you.
I
agree with you about Kai Havertz, but Ziyech ain't no answer.
Why not? How do you know?
Because I said so, and I'm your fucking daddy.
How do you know?
Bro, he's not good enough, bro. He's not good enough.
I was going to say, at the end of the day, it's like, it's
come on, Scott,
no, hold on a second. Scott, can I ask him a question real quick? Let me ask this question. Out of those, you know that move that he made, that he made from what's his name, from overpass from Robin Loftus-Cheek. You remember that move that he made?
Yeah.
Is that why? Is that why you have what's the name? How you call in English when a dick is raised? How you call that?
Hard on.
Yeah, that's why you have a hard on because he made that move.
Nah, bro. Listen, all I'm saying is he's got.
Hold on a second. I'm not done. If that's the reason, out of 10 times that example will happen, how many times he makes that same move all over again?
9 out of times.
To be fair, he created another big chance too. But yeah,
man, he should have had that Q assist in the first half.
Like,
you see, he's not even lying, man.
Do you know the thing is, right, with all of these, like with Havertz or with Ziyech or whatever, like, Ziyech was probably the best attacker, but in the long run, does it mean anything? No, it doesn't. Like, as Peter once said, it's different flavors of mid. That's all it is. Like,
That's it, bro. At the
end of the day, literally none of these attackers, bar maybe Sterling, and even then it's questionable. None of these attackers that play regularly, apart from maybe Sterling, and as I said, even that's questionable, deserve to be here long term. None of them.
Do you know how bad I miss Barkley in this team?
He has more through balls than
guys.
But that's the point. That's the point. If someone's gonna come in, but
no, it's not shit. He's the best out of through the midfield. The passes through the midfield.
It says a lot.
He's not good. No, he doesn't have a good 90 minutes, but he's a super sub.
Guys,
I was going to say, do you know what it says a lot that Barkley was probably our most creative attacker. That says everything.
Yeah, guys, do you guys remember last year?
You lot make me want to physically kill myself.
You and me both.
Why would you do that, bro? We got minerals in this team, bro. We got minerals.
Look, what's the big problem with us yesterday?
We have the same problem with Barkley back.
No,
Lewis. I'm not asking for him back. I'm just saying how it is. This is where we're at.
Obviously, trolling.
Hold on.
But
guys,
if you think about it, with our midfield, the progression of the ball is good. Everybody can run with the ball all the way to the final third.
No, Alex.
And then all of a sudden they become bums.
Alex, that leads to my next
It doesn't
point,
matter who starts.
Like, you know, remember like 2021 season where like Mount could have found those through balls in Anfield to Warner? He's making the same mistake yesterday too when Sterling was in through and Mount just didn't play the through ball. He just played out wide. I'm just like, bro.
Was that before
right
or after
there.
he tied his shoelace?
Did you see that first touch, bro? Oh my days, that first touch. He's
oh my god, he was trying to cover it up.
And you know what's even more sad? He did it in front of Potter, bro. And if
yeah,
Potter is like, you're not a good boy today,
I said it on yesterday's stream. I've done it. Every player, every person that play football done it. When you make a mistake, you substitute with a lie. Like what happened? Like Pulisic hit the air. You see, when Pulisic hit the air yesterday, he looks at the ground like, what the hell happened? Like, it's not my fault.
Literally.
Fucking has the balance of
it's like me. It's like me. If I wouldn't slide tackle and I didn't even touch the player, and I see coach eyes burning in the back of my head, I fake the injury. I'm laying on like I'm so fucking hurt.
What I don't believe
you miss kick it and you look down at the fucking grass and you're like, it's the fucking groundman's fault.
Exactly.
Bro,
what Mount did, tie his shoelaces. That's
but Mount thought we didn't. Mount thought we would have clocked. I think he actually thought we would have clocked. These footballers think that there's no cameras on them, bro. We clocked you, brother.
I said as well. Can anyone verify this? Apparently, his shoelaces were tied already, and he
they were tied.
I don't know if that's true or not. Genuinely don't know if that's true or not.
If you look at the video, Scott, if you look at the video, there was nothing in his hand when he was tying his shoes.
These footballers think they're smart.
No. He did tie his shoes. I don't think he
tied them. I don't know if they were. I don't know if they were already undone.
They were untied.
Oh, they were untied before.
Generational race time. That's what I say. Generational race time.
Generational fucking retard, man.
But
you can't even tie laces consistently, bro.
Clutch,
Lewis. Clutch.
Nah, Fatou sounds like he had too many Bloody Marys, bro.
Unfucking real.
But all in all, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for CG getting their first World Up call. Big up.
I don't give a fuck.
Most of it.
Who else made it? Did Tammy make it?
No, Tammy didn't make it.
By the way, why is people upset that Tomori and Gua, what's his name, didn't make it?
I don't care.
Because he's a good boy, Alex. He's a good boy, bro. He likes to play, bro.
I'm not too surprised.
Maybe where he can wait, but not Tomori. Where he can wait, you will get your chance. But
Tomori is bum.
Nah, man, he would have done a better job than Cody, bro. He would have done a better job.
Who the fuck is Cody, bro? You making up players, bro? Who is this guy?
Connor Cody from Everton.
Say what we want to say about Everton, but ain't they been one of the best defenses in the
Ivan
league?
Toney cannot go to the
that
World
why
Cup
they're
because
16?
he
Oh,
was
that
betting on
Lewis is like Chris is shameless.
I don't know why.
Hey, did you guys see Gallagher made
Lewis
it?
is like Chris is shameless
How
with
the fuck did
Lampard.
Gallagher make it? How did Gallagher make it?
Yeah, they asked
that was
Southgate
surprise.
that question, and they said that his pressing is something that will be needed in the climate of this tournament. That's exactly what.
Look, I understand. That heat is not a joke, man.
It's not a joke, bro.
No, it's
We're
not
gonna
a
make
joke.
5 subs. It's not a
In
joke.
the desert.
But right now, there's barely any heat there, man. The weather is all right there. No.
What do you mean?
let me go
All
through a
right.
few of these
This is
stupid
not
I know
Australia
one,
where the seasons are changing.
Bro, I live there. I'm from that area of the fucking country, bro. Of the lands, geography.
No, but you see when you say it's hot there,
It's not that hot now.
You need-
Now
it's
it's now
not
it's
that
okay.
hot over
Man.
there. It's sweltering for us over there.
In Doha?
Your normal
It's
weather over
yes,
there.
right now it's actually
Peak
not.
over here,
But it's gonna be
would
hot in
say-
December, is it?
But aren't all the grounds going to be air-conned?
Yeah, they're
Like,
air
it will
conditioned.
have
All
a
the-
better impact. It won't be
They're all
fucking
air
baking,
conditioned.
but they'll still need to
Ooh,
take
aircon.
their like water breaks and everything like
Man,
that.
that Arab money's sweet, man.
Let me
in
go
the
through a few
stadium.
of these super chats quick. President Jafar says Fata sounds like he needs a Bloody Mary. He'll probably still be drinking until Sunday night. AV says these players need a whipping from Mourinho or Conte. They just wouldn't listen, and they have to say more bollocks anyway. You think Mourinho and Conte didn't complain that we had a mentality problem in the squad? Wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah, but they send them a bye-bye text, bro.
Exactly.
yeah.
There's
Well,
never
allow
winter
them
in
to
Qatar. in
The
Qatar.
Costa one, that was on him. Cameron says, big up yourself as well, man. Big up yourself. We are disconnected and have no synergy and tactics, and this is honestly down to the manager and some players. However, he's had 2 months and deserves until the summer at least with the window. See, that's fair enough. Like, criticism is more than fair. I just no Potter out shit.
You see,
right now.
you know what I find out after yesterday's game? That I don't have enough. What's that thing, Andrew? That what the fuck? Oh,
Sample size. Sample size.
No. What's the name of that shit? That his degree. What's his degree?
Well, emotional intelligence.
intelligence.
Yeah, I don't
Emotional
have enough-
intelligence.
I don't have enough emotion and intelligence to understand what's going on on the pitch.
Same, man.
You see what I'm
He
saying?
needs to
I
give us,
just don't think I have enough emotional intelligence.
It's all right,
Did you guys see the
Alex,
comments
most-
about
Alex,
Newcastle? You
Alex,
guys
it's
comment about
fine.
Newcastle,
Most of our fans don't have intelligence, so you're okay.
and you don't have the
No,
emotion, Alex. You have the
I do
intelligence.
not have emotion.
It's okay,
My
man.
wife is like, when
Hey,
are you
fucking
gonna go?
hell,
When are you
Kyle.
gonna go
Relax,
to your
man.
kids
Are
to
you
your
guys scared
kids
about Amrabat?
competition? When are you gonna go to your kids competition? Fuck that
When they win
shit.
something, Alex. When they win something, right? When they win something,
Ah.
that's the point.
I don't care about the cheerleading.
Exactly.
Fair enough, brother.
Hey, they didn't clap her.
I
They
said,
didn't clap
she
her
said,
way
you
down
need to
for
go
it.
to one, and I picked one, and I went to one. I've done my duties.
You've done your job, bro.
What of the second one? No, hang on. What of the second one?
What's the second one?
Ain't
You just said go to one, and then so you went to one. It is what it is.
Alex,
I mean,
don't
she's
tell him.
driving all over
Don't tell
the
him, bro.
different
Remember,
kind of
he loves
states.
watching
Like
kids, bro.
it's like we
Don't
just
tell him.
made the state competition. Like
Yeah.
I have shit to do.
Like being with us on stream talking about Chelsea losing every fucking week, bro.
No, for me, most important is the grades. I said if you have good grades,
Good
you can do
grades.
whatever you want. If you don't,
I mean, there's a limit to
communism,
that
man.
too, Alex. Come
There's
on,
no
bro. You don't want them-
democracy in my house.
Yeah.
Big facts.
What do you have in your house, Alex?
That's how
Communism.
it should be, honestly.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Stalin.
I heard that. Wow. The S word.
Hey, fair play, yes.
You know what? Energy, bro. Absolute energy. Completely agree with that.
Tyoshia is my mother-in-law is not allowed in my house. By the way, Galit, she already knows, so there's no problem with Tyoshia.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The mother-in-law issue.
No, somebody asked me about my mother-in-law in the chat, and I was like, nope, she's not allowed in my house.
I think with this Potter thing, though, like we all know that there's a process. I just think this whole season is going to be so long. I think a lot of people's patience are going to be tested. But Regardless of how bad it is,
Yeah.
still need to give him at least a summer window before we make a judgment on the manager. I'm just going to keep saying that. Criticize where you want to criticize. I'll say that as well. You don't have to just blindly back him. I can criticize his press conferences because he gives me fuck all faith in them.
Oh, you don't criticize his substitutions?
No, I was literally about to get into that. I was going to say you can criticize his in-game management at times. You can even go at the starting lineup if you want to. That's fair enough. Criticism is fair. It's the in and out thing that I don't agree with right now. Criticism, though, criticize whatever you want to criticize.
That's where I disagree. For me, like I don't like this idea of free fall. You know, you're allowed to fuck up everything, do nothing, and then end up in the end of the season. You know, even if we didn't improve, nothing happened, you're still gonna stay here for another season. I don't believe in that. I would maybe negotiate not getting top 4 if I can see something more from the team. If I can see the team starting to play well, but if I see the team in the end of this fucking season still playing like we are now, picking up Newcastle and how good they are, man. Nah, man, it cannot be. You have to maintain at least a little bit of your dignity and your standards.
We're 2 months into his
I
reign.
agree. Yeah, that's fair enough.
I'm saying by the end, Scott. By the end, Scott.
Yeah, but the end of the season could be different. Like we're talking about now, like.
Which is why I'm saying, Scott, what I said, Scott. I said if by the end of the season, I still don't see at least improvement as far as like the style of play, like a distinct style of play, us play better after he had a transfer window, then I don't know, man. Then I will have to look at it from a different point of view because I can't just give him a free fall because I don't think that's not beneficial either.
Exactly. Look, I think with all those bumps
that is fair,
have,
brother.
I think with all those bumps that we have, we can make the team that perform better than what we are.
Bro, I am happy that I'm happy that.
And if you say he doesn't know his players, he managed to play against Chelsea. He did his research before to play against us. He knows what those players are. So he knows Chelsea players.
Do you think there's something
done? Season goes too.
Do you guys think there's something to the contract talks with the Mendy, the Mount, all these?
Of course it is.
Could be.
Mendy wants Kepa's wages, and neither are justifiable of those wages.
And Mount wants higher than Reece wages.
What they want to give Mount would be fucking ridiculous with the way they play.
Apparently, that's not even 300. I think it's over 300.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, even if he was.
I don't think it's 300. I heard it was over 300.
Yeah, I don't think he's as good as Reece.
Because apparently they offered him what Reece was on, and he said no, he wants more. Which I was going to say, regardless of whether he's,
you must be out your fucking mind. He wants more than Reece James.
The thing is, right? This is the thing, and this is where I say, regardless if he was in form, he'd have to be playing the best player in the league level to be deserving those wages right now.
No, that level of ego is disgusting. Like you
almost as big as his nose.
Also, actually, that's another point. That's another point I was going to talk about on the streamer on yesterday. I forgot to. This is a guy who supposedly loves the club, but wants 300 grand a week. Wants to be the second highest earner at the club because he loves the club so much.
But who said he loves the club? He literally admitted that he's a Portsmouth fan. He said
Chelsea's an important part of his life. This is the thing, and this is why people that give this energy towards the people that love the club, I don't give a fuck.
Like Reece grew up a Chelsea boy, yeah?
Show me how much you love the club. I was going to say, show me how much you love the club by doing it on the pitch. Friggin' one of our greatest ever players came from West Ham, but he loved the club so much because he gave it everything on the pitch. One of our greatest ever legend came from Marseille, hated it in his first year. Guess what? He's now a legend at this football club because he put it in on the pitch. I don't
if you were Drogba came from retired, bro. He went to China and he came back just to be with us.
I was in the stands. I was in stands when certain words were said towards Drogba in his first season. Do you know how scary that was? I'm so happy he's a legend.
Yeah.
What a turnaround.
Bro, Drogba's book is amazing, man. If you guys didn't read it, it's really good.
Final point here because I got to go quickly. Final point. All I'm saying is that there's no reason why Ziyech should not start at Newcastle.
Shut up, man.
No,
he got a point to be fair. He was.
I'm not having it.
This guy knows Hakim Ziyech. I am convinced.
No, Andrew, I'm not having it, mate. I'm not having it.
Honestly, Ziyech, I feel like Carter might play Ziyech. I don't know.
Wait, jokes aside, you guys don't think he should start against Newcastle?
You know what's funny when he said, "I don't having it." Who the fuck is you? I'm not having it. Like, what are you gonna do if he's not starting?
It's his first game in months. Respect him.
Shit.
Wait,
yeah, he played well. I can't lie.
Serious question. Yeah, no, serious.
This guy's Ziyech's friend. He's gonna.
Will you play him at Newcastle against Newcastle? You start him.
No,
I'll tell you the best midfield I think it was going to be against Newcastle. I'll tell you
Havertz
the best
has had
way. I
constant game
actually
time
think
and done nothing with it.
Zakaria will fit better in that
Expect
midfield.
a top goal scorer, bro.
I think
Look,
Zakaria
Havertz
and Jorginho should start. Zakaria beside Jorginho is better.
And Ziyech on the right.
No,
Because
Hutchinson. Say Hutchinson on the right. That's what I'd rather play.
no, I will be fine with Auba on the left, Sterling in the middle, and Pulisic on the right.
No Sterling, no.
Why does Pulisic deserve another shot?
Because
Pulisic was good yesterday.
He wasn't better than Ziyech yesterday. He was not better than Ziyech yesterday. No chance.
Bro, who's arguing about Dumb and Dumber, bro? Who cares?
I hear
was
what
not
you're
better
saying
than
with
Ziyech
Ziyech.
yesterday.
Genuinely, I
the
don't
reason
know who
why
justifies
I
start.
will do that because I want those two to be having free flow to switch around. I don't want Auba to switch around. I want those two to drop deep in the midfield. I don't want Auba to be dropping deep in the midfield like he's been doing for a couple of games. I want to do it somebody that can hold the ball. And Pulisic showed yesterday, as great as Manchester City was yesterday, there's a moment when we pass through that midfield based on a couple of good hold-ups to the ball and roll the defenders. There's a couple of, not couple of times, plenty of time when, what's his name? American guy, Pulisic, hold on to the ball, roll the player, and took on attack. That's what I need. Somebody that actually can do that.
And he was driving.
He also missed a lot of
Mount can do that up top.
Do you guys think that there's a chance that we might lose against Newcastle?
Yes.
There's a big chance. I think we're
winning. Kai, there's a greater chance we lose than we win. That's the situation we're in right now.
That is fucked,
There is a
man.
chance we win.
My prediction is going to be a 3-2.
I want everyone to do their research. Chelsea's record at Newcastle, even with our greatest teams, is rubbish.
Exactly,
yes.
It's right. So there is more percentage chance we lose than we win, even if we were playing well. We've got up there with Jose's best teams, Ancelotti's teams. We have lost.
I remember.
Yeah, so
look, it's going to be a 3-2. Jorginho scored the hat trick on the penalty, and he's going to score 2 own goals and our own goals. So he's going to score all 5 goals for them and for us.
That's not the same as though when you say we win 5.
That make him our top goal scorer.
I said 3-2.
I know, but it won't be as good as if we win 5-0 and he scores all 5. That'd be.
Hey, no, lads.
He scored 3 goals for us.
Ziyech start against Sunday. Big up, lads.
2 goals for them.
All right, big
There
up,
you go.
guys. Big up,
Big up
Chelsea,
Couscous
big up
merchant,
everyone,
bro.
man. You guys take it easy, man. Up the Chelsea.
Take
guys.
care, bro.
Like,
Take care.
like this is the thing. People thinking like there's a greater chance we're gonna lose than win. Like I genuinely think that we'll lose like 3-0, 3-1. Like that's just where we're at, and people need to accept this. We're at the stage, right? We're at a genuine stage where the first game back after the World Cup is against Bournemouth. We'll probably lose that as well, just because again our form that we're in right now, and just again go and look at how we do against Bournemouth. Don't know what it is, but for some reason Bournemouth just happened to be another.
Yeah.
Like,
What happened if we do lose though?
No, the game after that's Nottingham Forest, isn't it? I swear it's Forest.
Home game.
Oh, okay.
We got Forest in the middle of that.
But that's in January,
Yeah,
no?
after that city, right?
Early January.
Wait, so there's no
After
football in
City,
December?
right?
That's fucked.
No,
man.
there's one game in December. December 27th.
26.
Yeah, there would have been 2 if we could have beaten City yesterday, but
Yeah.
is what it
Yeah,
is.
December 27th. I think we're playing Bournemouth at 5:30.
And after that, City, right?
No, it's Forest then City.
Yeah,
Okay,
Forest
okay.
on New Year's Day. AV says, I was trying to think of when we scored more than 2 goals from open play. Under lamps, probably.
No, we did it quite a few times last
Tuchel.
season under Tuchel.
Yeah, we done it.
Yeah, I
before,
was going to go back to 7-0.
Ironically, against Newcastle was one of them. So, you know.
Bro, these Lampard fans are a bit deluded, man. They see things in different colors, man.
But it's,
Yeah, no, it
but
hasn't
again-
been that long, AV.
No,
It's
but,
just we
but
don't do
Kai,
it because-
again, this is the same thing I was talking about earlier. Man just want to go back and pretend it was all rosy under Lampard when it wasn't.
Bro,
The
we
same
lost
way-
4-0 in his first. You know they don't know
I
if
was
we
gonna
lost 4-0
say,
in his
and
first
it's like
game.
in the same way, it wasn't
Yeah.
all rosy under Tuchel. You noticing the common denominator here, people. The common denominator
exactly.
there wasn't all rosy under Conte, and it wasn't all rosy under Mourinho, and it wasn't all rosy under Sarri and Lampard and Tuchel and now Potter. What's the fucking common denominator here?
Mason
players.
Mount.
It's not rosy enough. That's what it is.
By the way, did y'all notice how bad for players that go to the World Cup did not want to get hurt yesterday?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Koulibaly was
Kovacic.
barely doing
Kovacic.
anything that game.
Kovacic.
Bro, you
did
would
not-
think you guys have a chance of winning it, man. Fuck, I hope other players get eliminated in the group stages, bro.
Did you notice that Kovacic overran the ball so many times, and when he saw it was going to be 50-50, ducked out like that?
Of course, bro.
Yeah, I saw
Croatia
that. I
depends
noticed
on him. There's nobody else there,
Avi,
man.
pick up
Croatia.
yourself as well. Lampard
He's up.
fan, literally never said anything about it. Was a big Tuchel fan and would have him back any day. Yeah, no,
Why? Maybe we're
don't-
joking, bro. God,
Just
man,
'cause you
Chelsea's
brought
sensitive
Lampard.
nowadays, bro.
I was to say, Avi, I wasn't aiming anything at you. I don't know about.
Yeah, it's
I
not
wasn't,
at
I'm
you,
just
bro.
aiming in general. Like people go back and look at the Lampard times with rose-tinted spectacles, like it was perfect when it wasn't. I still remember.
get yourself-
I still remember the hexagon formation, people. I still remember
fuck,
that.
it's gonna
the
be a
hexagon
fight.
formation.
Oh, it's gonna be a fight. What's his
Maybe
name?
get yourself a sausage roll from Greg's, bro. Calm
Who's
down, man.
fighting?
Have a nice day, bro.
What's his name? Those YouTubers, the one that got
Andrew
banned, the one-
Tate versus
Yeah.
Jake Paul.
Yeah.
I can't wait
man.
for that, man.
What,
I don't even like
debate?
YouTuber
Are they going to have a
fight,
debate?
man.
What is it? They're going to have a debate? What are they doing?
Debate?
They
No,
can
I
talk
hope
to
they don't
each
have
other?
fucking debate. If I wanted to debate, I'd debate with Alex, bro. I want to watch some punch each other in the face, bro. I don't want to debate.
I don't like debate. Debates are
I
short.
don't
I'm
like
always
debate
right.
too, man.
Fuck
So
them.
why debate, bro?
When debate doesn't work, you beat your point into it.
Oh my god!
You beat your point into
Oh
it.
my god!
And then hug it out and pretend to be friends
That
for the
is
cameras, you know?
bad. That is so bad. That is just wrong. You rotten. That's
No.
so-
You
Hey,
say
man,
I'm right. He
that's the
said
American
no.
election.
You said
That's the American
yes.
election,
Bam. Bam.
Yeah. It's like,
Bam.
boom.
He's like,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right.
You're right. I agree. Thank you for educating me about economics.
By the way, I like Andrew Tate.
Oh shit! Don't say that, man.
I'm glad one of us does.
Hey,
I
hey,
mean,
there's 3 of us in here. Let's go.
I like some things about him, man. Not
Yeah,
everything.
not
There's a lot of things I
everything,
don't
of course,
agree
not
with.
everything.
There's a lot of
It's not
things
like
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
I
but
agree
you
for
don't
with.
have
sure,
to like
but-
everything about anyone anyway. Like, it's
Yeah,
what
but
it
I
is.
think
Well,
I
you
think
do.
it's-
You do about Kai Havertz. So it's all good.
Okay, well,
Hey,
okay.
hey, I like that he won us the Champions League. Come
That
on.
was 2 fucking years ago. I hate when people say that, bro.
Hey, no, he won us our second Champions League, man.
Hey, Alex.
By the way, I wrote
Generational minerals, talent.
I
all
wrote,
of that.
I wrote, this is what I wrote, yeah. I wrote on Twitter, like, thank you guys for the Champions League, but it's time to change this team. And then a year wrote me back, and he was like, you know what City would give to get their Champions League? I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Origi won the Champions League, bro. He literally scored the winning goal.
I was
And
going to
where
say
is
he
now,
won the
man? He's
Champions
somebody
League, and
in
he can't.
France, man.
He now can't start for AC Milan. Like,
Hey,
You
no,
know-
every single Champions League winner is a generational talent. Do you remember when
Since the
Marco
last time.
Asensio scored against Juventus in 2017?
Hey,
I have something even
Generational
better. I have something
Yeah.
even better. Since the last
that-
time we
does
won
that
the
make
Premier
Ryan
League,
Bertrand generation?
City won 4, bro. They're about to win 5 this season, bro. So these guys are shameless, bro.
Choupo-Moting's a star because he won the Champions League. Okay? Choupo-Moting's a star.
Hey,
okay?
to
Yeah,
be
you
fair,
get that.
It's Adrian.
at the moment,
Galip
he's kind of
said
doing
we need Tate into the edit into our dressing room.
Honestly, we do. We do. We
That
honestly
would be
do.
unreal.
We
That would
do.
be fucking unreal.
Are you guys worried about Sterling's form at all? Like, I feel like Sterling. I don't know.
I don't. I actually don't. I worry because where he is putting him.
Yeah.
I worry
exactly,
where
yeah.
he's putting him.
Yeah, either right wing or center, huh? Never on the left wing.
also, I'm
No,
left wing is
I
left wing
want
back.
him only if floating around. He gives
free roll.
Mount free spirit position anywhere he wants. Why not give it to Sterling actually?
Because Mount plays in the midfield. That's why I guess that's maybe.
Because Sterling is not a good boy, man. He doesn't he doesn't play himself into form, bro.
with Sterling as well. Like, he has been poor this
I know
season,
he's frustrated.
but-
He's not my cup of tea, Sterling.
Yeah, he's
He's
been
so
poor,
wasteful,
but like
man.
at the end
He's
of the
so
day,
wasteful.
again, like I'm not gonna write him off yet because I need to see him when he's got better players around him. I need to see him in a system where he doesn't have to do everything.
Just
Or
ask
is
to play
treated
more
like
games,
that.
man. Just ask to play all the games. That's all. Just ask.
There
No,
we go.
what
Yeah,
I'm-
just say you like
like-
to play games.
Andrew.
Scott, when did he play well for Chelsea?
Under Tuchel.
At the start of the Tuchel, yeah.
Exactly. Where did Tuchel
Even
put
then,
him?
he was shaky.
Middle, false nine.
He wasn't shaky then.
Like he was losing
he
the
was
ball
good.
in terms of like he was dribbling was kind of off.
That's
pretty
what-
much. But goals assists were high. Yes.
No, that's not what I'm. Look, we don't have right now in the front line, in the top of the line, somebody can hold on to the ball for more than 2 minutes. You see what I'm saying? The reason why we get exposed is because we're losing possession up top too quick.
Yeah.
So it goes back. So what the fuck is wrong with that guy?
Which guy?
I don't know. The one that sings.
Not me, man. It's the guy near me.
Why are you listening to those cry songs? Notebook and the Rain songs, man.
Bro, I had to watch Havertz and Mount play for 3 years. I had to cope somehow, bro.
One Republic, bro. You could do better than that, bro. Seriously,
like, when you're in the gym? Are you listening to?
I'm a big fan of Republican things,
like
man.
a ballad,
Yeah,
like
he's
Star
crying.
Wars.
Star
Wars.
You know when he listens weights, he's crying. He's crying.
No,
I'm crying, bro.
I think you listen to Tate wrongly, man.
No.
I was lifting weights to Adele, bro. It's all mad.
Actually, I lift weight to Avril Levine, bro. I'm a 90s kid.
Oh my god, really?
Oh, Jem, I got back at like 5:30 a.m. It was fucking mad. But...
Hey, Lewis, was it worth it? Was it worth it, Lewis?
I had a good day. I won't
At
even lie.
least someone
Before and after the game, it was worth it.
Yeah, like even with how shit we are, I didn't let it get to me. We had a good time.
Had a great
That's a good one,
pissed me
man.
off more than the team ever could.
Had a great drive
Nearly
up
didn't make the
there. You know, great drive.
Did you get shit faced over there?
No, I didn't get such. Otherwise, we would have been fucked. It was only the driver that did.
No, I mean, like, did you get
Lewis only gets searched in Spain, bro. That's the only place he gets searched.
Yeah, or in customs.
Okay. Hey, man, that's everybody, bro. That's everybody if you're not the right color.
We're just doing
No, I ain't never my friends. It's just me.
Yeah, just doing a random search, sir. That's all. Nothing to be alarmed.
Yeah, I just need to a random. So what are you doing here? Why are you here?
Start stripping before you go through security, bro.
We need to do a strip. We need to do
To
a
save
cavity
time.
search. Pull the glove up.
Yeah,
and
save time, bro. As soon as you get to the gate, man, start taking off your
Does
clothes.
he even said you need a strip search before you undress? Are you?
No, I expect it, bruv. I expect it.
So you don't even.
Lewis already there in his
even-
boxes, man, waiting, bro.
Why do you think
Wait,
he
what?
travels
So
in
why are you
tracksuit
taking
bottoms?
your trousers off?
Why do you think he travels in tracksuit bottoms? Alex?
Why are you bending over?
Hey, yo.
Hey, what
yo,
kind of search is that, man?
Yo.
Pause on that shit. Jem, I met Flawless and Bata for a bit afterwards, but that was it.
Fato, why do you have a stain on your pants, bro? Fato, come on, bro. I was disappointed.
How do you see his stain on his?
Because it's
It was
it's
one
like
of
this big. It's the size of your head, Alex.
What's
It's a huge
going
stain,
on?
bro.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
I don't know about you guys.
Seeing it now?
Do you guys ever see Fatur on TV? I feel like I've seen you on TV.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see him
he's
all
this
the
front row of Matthew Hardy.
We see him all the
Always see
fucking
him.
time. His fat head actually everywhere.
Always
actually
eating,
him,
man.
bro.
He's
That's
always
actually him,
eating,
right?
bro. He's
That is
always
him.
eating.
I think it was the Spurs game, and they'd done a close in, and his big head appeared in the corner of the screen.
Fucking Sky Sport advert.
It's like a horror film. It was like
Yeah,
a horror
Fatur, I
film.
see you, bro.
Just
Yeah.
popped up like
Even
that.
yesterday too, I saw you. I saw you at the stands.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's either eating, screaming, or smoking, bro, the whole time.
And
It's not gonna
sometimes
do
all
all
at the
that,
same
man.
time.
Not do that.
Sometimes all at the same
Fatur is
time.
like an episode of Shameless, bro.
Hey, Lewis, did the dog search you
By
yesterday?
the way, what a show!
No,
What
I
a
dropped
show,
the
man.
dog.
Very good, man. Yeah.
Fuck,
Very
that-
good
You see-
show, man.
You see how Carl is my favorite, man. Him growing up, man, it's hilarious.
Bro, they thought Rizla is like a. It's like a what the weed thing, man. Fuck's sake, man. Some people.
They thought what?
Weed?
They thought that because they searched my cigarette, they thought that it's suspicious though. My cigarette.
What?
Oh,
Rizla.
the weed thing.
Yeah.
Was it suspicious, Fatur? Was it?
long or was it short?
Short.
Okay.
Wait, are you guys really talking? Is that metaphor? Or you guys still talk about cigarettes, man? I've never heard that
No,
question.
no,
about
Riz
cigarettes.
was like the rolling papers you use.
Ah,
for
okay,
cigarettes
okay,
and weed.
Because you said is it short, is it long, man? I'm like, oh, what kind of cigarette is
So
that,
I
bro?
heard Johnny was used to
Not
be in
in
the
the gym
firm.
sessions, Kai.
What?
I heard Johnny used to be in the firm.
Of course he
Chelsea
fucking
firm.
did.
Did he?
You used
Back
to
in
work
the
at a
days.
firm?
Would not
Which one,
surprise me.
bro?
Yeah, I never heard anything about that.
That's a
That's
lie.
why
Johnny
he-
looks like he
that-
works in the
that's-
meat section at fucking Tesco,
That's
bro.
why he keeps showing up that North Star thing, you know.
Yeah. Oh, the fucking Stone Island thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, everybody wears. It's like football culture to wear that shit. Don't mean
yeah,
anything.
but back in the days, that's where he got from.
Oh, it might have meant something back in the day. Now everybody wears it and wants to
Now
pretend
everybody
they're a
wears it, man.
hooligan. Like, I don't think it means too much. I'd be surprised. I thought Johnny would have already said if he had that sort of pass.
If I grew up in England, I probably would have been one of them.
Texas Blue 24.
I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I could.
I remember when we used to do. Like
he doesn't give you like the flashback that he sells meats in like a supermarket. That's what he gives me when I listen to him, man.
Who? Johnny?
Yeah, you know, like the guys who work like the butchers. Like how much pastrami would you want?
The stereotype.
And look like. Yeah. That's how they talk, man.
I see what you're saying.
Let's have it right. Let's have it right.
Yeah. One of those Polish.
See, Fatur too, bro. Fatur would do the perfectly there, man.
No,
only speak with spoken to.
Right, we got beef.
Fatur is the guy. Fatur is the guy beside it. They're like, do you like to wrap it?
We have a discount on coleslaw. Let's have it right.
19%
paper or
off.
plastic.
19% off on everything.
Texas Blue, you're not fucking Alex.
No, pause. What? Pause. Who's fucking who?
Who's fucking Alex?
Fucking hell, bro.
Oh my word.
No, Davey says debating is the vegan version of a fight. Well, I guess we're all vegans.
That's right, man.
And they got Charlie, my guy.
What the fuck is that? Who's that?
Abby, man. Fucking hell. Harry, when I catch your ass, bruv, you can't hide on watch-alongs forever. I'm coming for you, bruv.
He believes that Johnny is a lawyer. He always defends the ones that are guilty.
No, man. You have to be able to read to be a lawyer, bro.
I said you're one of them immoral lawyers, bruv. It's all mad.
Any other news?
I didn't check any news really. I'll just use that for tomorrow's stream if there is any. But is there any other thoughts anyone's got on the game yesterday?
It happened
We
and it's
fucking
over.
stink.
Yeah, we suck.
One less competition to play in for like the rest of the year at least. So.
Hey, bring on the World Cup. Hey, bring on Qatar versus Ecuador. That's what I'm saying.
That's our excuse. We don't need to be enough.
Man said it's that the London look. Fuck off.
Lewis, that picture looks like you had shellfish before the game, bro. You know what I mean? It's like you're allergic to shellfish.
I don't even know shellfish would do that to you, bro.
Looks like you're allergic to something.
I said that's the London look. That's unreal.
That's how angry. That's how angry Lewis was at the game. His lips exploded, bro. He couldn't take it anymore.
And fucking Havertz lost the ball for the 19th time, bro.
What game was that from?
That's the Brentford game.
Oh,
was it?
Yeah, fucking Vlog was gonna do nothing, so they thought, let's just puff out this guy's lips and see if we get a few more views.
Yes, the game was shit.
It worked.
The game was
we got like another 200, I guess.
Yeah. The game was shit.
It's a Kylie Jenner lip challenge. Can't be bothered, bro. Can't be bothered.
Hold that.
No, it's like when the plastic surgery go wrong.
Yeah, botched. That's it. It's botched. Yeah, it's botched, bro.
No, it looks like fucking one STD, bro. One shit.
Frax.
You put your lips in the wrong place. Pause.
Man. Oh my god. Do you guys think PlayStation should start on Saturday?
Who cares?
I feel
can do.
Scott. I mean, I feel like he played well.
I am genuinely not fussed to ever
play well against Wolves. How did that help him? He actually played better against Wolves.
He's still going to get not playing him again.
He actually had a shot on target against Wolves.
Yeah. I think he scored too.
Yeah, he did.
He scored. Yeah.
That shot in the first half is unbelievable. It's going wide.
Jay, I told you this. Yeah.
The people back of the goal got cold from that drift.
Jay, I told you this. Mount and Havertz are like AIDS, bro. You can push them down, but they'll always come back up, bro.
Yeah, bro. They're like parasites.
They will always come back up, bro.
They just stick to you. They don't get off. Exactly. Yeah.
I'm just thinking maybe we should play the team that does not have to go to the World Cup. because
Hazard. Although Alexis is
Hazard
amazing.
every day of the
Alexis
week over Prime Sanchez. Every day of the week.
But Prime Sanchez was scary
Prime
though.
Sanchez
Can't
was nice,
deny
Oh
that.
yeah, he was good. Not even a sugar.
was
Not
really
even trying
good,
to
man.
look down on him.
He was
But
insane.
Hazard
Yeah.
was clear.
Who's this?
Alexis or Hazard.
Alexis
Oh,
Sanchez.
Hazard.
Yeah, every day, and it's not
Yeah,
even a
Hazard.
bias.
like
thing.
it's,
Alexis
but
was good.
it's so
I love
tight
these
though.
Alexis.
It's so tight though.
Yeah.
If we-
I see
You know what it
He
is
was
with
we had
brilliant
Sanchez.
prime.
Remember when
I
we
was
wanted to
gonna
buy
say-
Sanchez before United? And
You know,
Conte wanted
Lewis,
him.
you know what you said about the longevity thing with Silva earlier? I think that's kind of what it comes into with Sanchez. It's the longevity thing. Like, from what I can remember, there was like, 1-2 seasons where like you could say he was at like the top, like right at the top level. And then after that, like not much. Like, even when he was at Barca, he always seems as like the third guy. Or even like he went like, I swear him and Pedro used to like it was either him or
Well,
Pedro.
Pedro used to be the one that subbed. The super
Musa,
sub
this is the
always.
thing. Prime Alexis would get regular goals and assists, but I know Arsenal fans who still say they played better as a team when he was not in the squad.
Yeah, but
Whereas Eden
at the
Hazard
time,
is
and
no, that's
his
not
end.
fair because he wanted to leave. He started like wanting to leave and
Yeah.
No,
That's
when
what
he was at his prime, regularly producing at
I don't
the
know
top
what kind
level.
of
no way, man.
Arsenal people you're
They were
talking
arguing with us about Hazard about him every day, man. No way, man. But you know, if
Yeah,
we
but, like,
actually
I'll be
signed
real.
him, imagine a team with him and Hazard, man. That would have been.
It
that
would be
would've been
fucking
insane.
crazy. But
This is-
I think
this is how good
Arsenal
Hazard
have
is,
relied
man.
heavily on using him to get the best out. of this
Anybody Hazard on loan in January?
No.
Bring him home. Bring that
Bring him
booty
home,
home, bro.
squad. Yes,
Bled.
yes,
Bring
and
him
I'm
home.
gonna go.
Oh, okay. Right.
I'll still look like
no.
I'll still take him. I'll still.
What's
freaking
the
take
point?
him.
He's not going to do anything.
I was gonna say that's
No.
the
I know
thing.
that,
It's just
but
like,
I know that, but like if we need the midfield. Our priority is the midfield for me. But if he was on loan just for 6 months, I'll take him. It's not gonna
Bring
hurt
back,
us, man.
I was gonna say for
what?
what though? Because
European
like
champion, bro.
No.
Bring him to the bridge.
Look, who we sign in the front three this season? Nobody, because even if we sign in the German guy, he's going on loan back to the team that we buy him from.
So we
So
signed
nobody.
we signed a guy just for vibes.
We're not signing him on loan. There's
Might be a
ability of
risk,
Hazard
Alex.
on loan.
Might be a risk.
yeah, but my point of that would be is I'd rather go and sign someone who
Yeah, that can help.
might be I was going to be here long term
don't
in
think
terms
Hazard
of
No.
bring
I know
creativity.
what you're saying, but how big of a chances in January to find that? Because
You
even
can
good
find them.
players don't want to leave their clubs in January.
you can still find them, but it's
Of
about
course
going
you
and
can
finding.
find Scott. You
It's
can
no,
find
but
a
it's
lot of
my
teams.
point, Alex. With this is like I don't want us to sign Hazard for 6 months, and yeah, he might help, but then he's gone, and it's like then what was the like? All it's doing is helping the short term. It doesn't help us long
Yeah,
term.
but what if he does well?
Do we look like we don't need
think-
any kind of help in the short
Kai,
term?
what you want to bring say he does well, then Kai, you want to bring him back for like what, a year or two, just for vibes or something.
To
Back
be
to
a
Hazard,
rotation,
that's
to
it.
be a rotation
No,
option
because
instead
exactly
of
there
Ziyech.
is
Come on,
the
guys. If he
squad
wasn't
needs to.
Hazard, you wouldn't be having this conversation.
I was
Come
gonna
on.
say, should we do the same with Willian then? Because he's
serious.
in
No. William wasn't. Come on, bro. Let's
I'm
not.
surprised
but
that you
Willian's
try,
in
man.
form.
I
My
really
point
am.
is
You're not
Willian's in form right
sentimental.
now. Should we do the same with him? Get him
Yeah,
back on a
try,
long term,
man.
the joint
Look,
short term deal.
look,
Sentimental. That's all it is, man.
I don't
Damn,
think it's-
Napoli
I
are
don't
doing
think
good in
it's
the
sentimental.
in Serie
William
A.
we bring
makes
Pedro
more
back?
William
Yeah, they
makes
might
more
win it.
I
chances
will-
than all of our forwards.
You bring
he
like
has more
Hazard.
take-ons.
How old is Hazard now?
31.
31.
Not much,
Yeah.
man.
So why you saying bring William? William is like 35.
No, I said that's the point. Well, actually, you probably get more out of William because he stays fit. Hazard doesn't stay fit.
Exactly,
So
and he's
what's the
playing in the
point?
Premier League right now. The
He's playing
transition is
Premier League
easier.
right now.
Hazard has to come back
look,
and get used to playing in the Premier League.
understand that we need to look at the long-term signings. My point is, you look at the old long-term signings, but don't ignore the present, and that's why I'm biggest thing of how you call it process. I want to believe in process, but you don't have to drop in form to be a process person.
But Hazard
I'd
is not the
rather
present or
if we're
future,
getting
he's
someone,
past.
if we're getting someone in for like now who is going to
Hazard
help
is
now,
past.
get Trossard. I'd rather get Trossard in.
Okay, if that's
Trossard
the
would be
option,
here.
yes.
Yeah, Trossard would
If
be
that's
here
the
again.
option,
I'm not even going to say
yes.
that Trossard is better than Hazard, but Trossard will be here for 2 to 3 years. That will help progress us across those 2-3 years. Bringing Hazard back will do nothing for us apart from in the last 6 months until the summer.
What
Will do
if-
nothing for us. And the only reason that people will all it will do is either it brings sentiment. It's only done for sentimental reasons. All it's going to do is just going to affect his legacy. I don't want it to do that.
Scott, let you ask you a question. The reason why I want that kind of signing because it's temporary fix.
I do think he brings creativity to the squad. Like I see it.
I agree, but my point is, I think you can find that creativity elsewhere with someone that isn't just going to be a short-term.
For long term, yes. For 6 months, I get what Alex is saying.
But again, Lewis, like I said, go and get Trossard then, or go and find someone who might cost you 30 mil.
Trossard be a free in the summer?
They have an option to extend it by a year.
Trossard is not going to cost us 30. He'll cost us at least 50. He still has.
And even then, I think Trossard is a more realistic summer move. They're not going to get rid of him mid-season if they can extend for another year. Hazard, Madrid would happily let go because they want to clear their wage structure.
Lewis, my point with all of this is I'd rather go and get someone like either Trossard or that Russian kid if we're able to sign him, if all that gets sorted out. I'd rather go and sign someone who will help in the short term, yes, but will then help past those next 6 months. Like us getting Hazard in, what does that do? Say he has a good 6 months.
long-term option over them. I agree. If it's a
but we need something. We need something good now.
Does well. Okay, Hazard does well in the next 6 months. Do people want us to sign him? Then? If he does well in the next 6 months, do people then want us to bring him back? Because I can tell you now,
why
it ain't
not?
Go
if he plays good, Thiago Silva does the same thing.
I mean, let's say Hazard came in and we couldn't get those other options in January. He does well. We upgrade our attack.
Guys, Savić is not coming to Chelsea under any circumstances. Stop. He's not coming. He's never going to be a Chelsea player. I will bet you money he's not going to be a Chelsea player ever.
Minimum. It'll cost you 80 mil minimum.
Varashila is unrealistic.
It'll be expensive.
Say that again.
It'll be expensive.
Varashila.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. Please, man.
Can I explain to you so you will not bleed for your ears?
I know, because I'm sorry, I'm just not hearing anything on Hazard. He's past it. He's injury prone. This is sentiment all over. I don't care what you say. You're not going to say sentiment. It is. If this guy wasn't named Hazard, you wouldn't go anywhere near him.
I was going to say, by this same token, if we're going to bring back former Chelsea players that are currently in form or that we like, why not bring back Falcao? He's in form right now. He's playing well.
I love Falcao.
He's not a Chelsea player, man. He spent the 6 months loan.
Talk about present.
That's got
one goal.
And look, and that's exactly
like this is just sentimental reasons.
Yeah, and when he plays,
if his name wasn't Hazard, no one's asking for him back. If his name wasn't Hazard, no one's asking.
I don't know if you noticed this, but we're pretty poo-poo, man. We need something now, man.
Yeah, we are fine. Hazard is not the answer to improve that.
Look, what about how many?
By the way, did you guys hear what happened just now? Twitch banned True Jordy completely from the indefinitely.
Oh yeah, because of Tate.
Poor guy, man.
That's my God, man! What a prick.
I thought he was a nice guy, but no, apparently not.
Did you see the apology? Or the
the apology.
Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Kill me, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
The apology fucked him more than anything. Like he should have just not done it. It probably would have been better off for him if he didn't do the apology. Made him look like a bigger wanker.
Why banned off the kickoff? Write a statement.
What
he
about
said
DT?
Like and subscribe after the apology. He said like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
What about DT?
No, but DT is he's already been to jail, man.
Jail came out, all of that. Like I don't have.
I was watching Terrace. I was watching Terry and what's his name? That Lee Gunner. And he's like. My God, that Lee Gunner is butthurt over DT.
No,
man.
Lee hates him, but they've had problems for years, and I understand.
Yeah, I know,
that's
but
because
he
has like 4 times more subscribers than him, man. That's why.
Why do they have beef?
No. Lee and DT have a big beef from years. So I get it. I totally get it.
Look, there's a moment. There is.
What are they beefing about?
There's a moment. There's a moment in that stream. There is a moment in that stream when. There's something Terry is talking about. He's not gonna get removed from YouTube, and you can see Lee Gunner's eyes, ooh, there's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the guy that he will snitch on a guy that he will do everything.
I don't blame him though. He cussed out 2 of his closest mates, fucked up their mental health, and they died months later. I don't blame him for being bitter towards Louis. I'm not Louis. Fucking.
I mean,
Lee.
Louis.
Fuck Louis anyway. He's a cunt too. Same energy.
Yeah, he is. Hey, the less said about that criminal, the
Carbonara
better.
Louis. That's how I call him.
The less said about that absolute criminal, the better.
Yeah.
No, but you know why, Lewis? I'm gonna give you props, bro. You're one of the most mature YouTuber out there, man. You're not a voucher like the majority of them. They couldn't wait for DT to come. They're like, oh, I can get some clicks out of it. Let me take someone else's suffering, you know?
Like, DT's gone to jail, he's done his thing, he's come out, and he's apologetic for everything, and he wants to try and move on with his life. Fuck it. Let the guy move on.
They're shameless, man.
He said he don't want to bring his family into it. He doesn't want to talk about
Hold on a second. What Lee Gunner excuse was that he's like, what do you mean he's not going to do it again? He already been in jail before. So what?
Bro, Lee is not going to be logical on it because he despises DT. And I'm
saying, like, so what? If you've been in jail once, it's it. It's it.
No, DT's been in jail numerous times, to be fair.
Yeah. So what? So what?
It's not
my thing
to care about, but they have their own beef. That's for them to. That's for Lee to just hate him, innit? And
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but why get involved in it, man? I don't get it.
He is so butthurt about
because DT like did a lot to Lee back in the day, from what Lee's been saying.
Plus, DT is doing well on YouTube.
About it. He's just bitter about it.
No, but DT is doing well on YouTube. I think he's like has the most subscribers out of the AFTV people.
And that's probably why he's bitter about it, because he's like, this guy's the biggest prick, but he's still succeeding. Fuck him. That's what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying I agree with it. I where the mind state is.
I used to like look as much like Lee Gunner. I used to like kind of like, okay, I see your point, but that was low. The guy will like literally, if I see DT leaving from the YouTube, I will know which one would complain against it.
We all would. We all would.
It's for me. I don't get it, man. It's a very non-masculine thing to do, you know. As soon as somebody's down, it's like, look at this person. Look at this person. Yeah. Look at this person. You know, oh, they should be banned. Like, I'm a good person. They're a crappy person. You know.
I think it depends on the situation, personally. I think it depends on what they've done, personally.
Yeah. Because from what I've heard, DT did a lot before he got bagged. He did a lot.
That was what, like 16 months ago, man. Look, it is what it is.
I'm not the one that's been hurt by it, so I can't speak on that.
You can't judge how someone else feels, and so you can't.
Yeah, like let's say the stuff with Andrew and Johnny, for example, was a year ago. They both still.
But that's my point, Andrew. Was Lee hurt by it? Was Lee hurt by it? Did he hurt Lee's feelings?
Yeah, he did. They used to be close friends.
It's the same reason. Like, I'll give you an example. I'm not going to say what he did, but the level of hatred that Lee has towards DT is the same level of hatred probably that I have towards Louis. I'm not going to say what he did on stream.
Louis is not a Louis, bro. It's the fat guy who give troops a
haircut. The level of hatred I have for that dude is on another level because of what he did towards someone that I know.
Like, yeah, but that's to somebody that you
that's my point.
Know.
Is I have a level of hatred towards him that Lee may have towards DT because of how Lee is has seen in terms of what DT's done, right? And it won't you won't understand it.
Or would you go out of your way to kind of get like satisfaction out of it, like having him banned or whatever?
Yes.
Well, I'm not that type of guy, man. For me,
I'm not the type of guy to push anyone to get banned.
That's because
I just think it's petty, man. I don't know.
Kai,
I have a bit of pettiness about me. Everyone does.
It's a personal experience. Unless it's done to you, you have no idea how you're going
to. No, I have people do cunty things to me, but for me, it's like I don't know, man. Maybe I'm different mentality.
There's no one you know who you knew personally.
And he's a Chelsea fan. I knew that person. Louis Benevetti, right?
Yeah, he's a cunt.
Yeah, exactly.
Carbonara Louis, bro. That's what I call him.
Yeah, it was stuff like this, and he also did it to his close mate Chig as well. I get why Lee hates him. I completely understand.
I'm not saying what did this guy do wrong?
Who? Louis.
Yeah, but nobody's saying anything about him.
Cunt who ruined a good channel because of his.
I'll put it in the private chat.
Fuck him.
But you know what it is. Also, what actually never mind.
He fucked it over because he's a lazy.
Alex, I'll put the reason I hate him in the private chat.
Don't read it out. Don't read it out.
Yeah, don't read it out. I've said it before.
Another reason. So
yes, that's the reason I hate him. And that's the thing. And that's the thing. I've said it on a stream before. I won't say it now, but because I don't think it's the right place to, and it's obviously not my stream. But that's why I hate him, and that's why, like, Kai, when I say that's what he's done, like, I couldn't give a fuck. I want to see him in prison, fam. I want his life to reach rock bottom, to reach where he has nothing because of what he's done.
I won't have Lee levels of pressing. If I ever hear he gets back, I'm having a celebration stream. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do the same Lee and Rants thing. I don't give a shit.
DT has called Lee out multiple times as well. So
yeah, like they have their own
DT
beef,
did
and
what?
I understand it.
He's called Lee out multiple times for different things before. So it's a back.
Yeah, but both of them are extremely childish people, though. Both of them are extremely childish.
You can see that, but we can't demonstrate how both of them feel. If they choose to do something, they will choose to do it. You just have
apparently, Rob is also not a very. He's like a very business oriented, and
he is. To be fair, like he is quite. The problem is like
there's a lot of fans.
He comes across like
good one, Lewin.
Went after him because what happened to the other guy that died.
Oh, Claude.
Yeah, Claude. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Claude is the sweetest guy, man. Sweetest guy.
Yeah.
The way he handled it, people like questioning the way.
Remember him and
on that stuff. I'm just gonna say I understand Robbie trying to protect his brand and stuff. Yeah. I'm just gonna.
I understand
the way
that.
He just ghosted them, though.
I understand that.
Well, we don't know if he ghosted them. He could have been speaking to them privately.
No. What I'm saying is that's the same. That the pattern is there. That's what DT said about how he did him. Robbie, and it's like you're saying the same excuse. No. I'm saying you defending same excuse for Claude is the same excuse for DT. What Robbie did. So it's because basically pattern creates that. That's how you treat, and all of a sudden I am protected.
I understand if you bring someone's brand into disrepute, they kind of have to cut ties for their own sake.
I agree, but you have to keep the player. You have to keep employees that you use. They are part of that brand.
Yeah, but he said he was willing to bring Claude back into the channel after he did like sensitivity training and all that sort.
Yeah, because of the backlash.
I'm sorry.
Which is why he had to protect his brand.
No,
I need that training, man. I need that fucking training.
Backlash on him. There's a backlash on him after the way he treated.
That training would be wasted on you, Kai.
There would have been backlash on him.
There was going to be backlash.
I tell you what.
Backlash either way is the thing. Like there would be a backlash either way. And that's the thing. Is like Lewis said, we don't know what happened in private. We don't know whether.
Yeah, let's move on. But I'll tell you what. When DT left and Troops. That channel is dying.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Lewis. Take care, guys.
AFTV is not as good anymore, man.
Yeah, that Jamaican guy.
I don't think either should have been kicked out, but I understand Robbie doing what he needed to do.
Yeah,
and I do think Claude would have come back at a certain point, but Claude didn't want to come back because
guys,
let's move on. Yeah.
No, but guys, there's one point. I just want to last point. Let's face it. When Lewis blows up big, we ain't getting on any streams anymore, and none of us. He'll touch us to one side.
You must be mad. You're coming on anyway. I don't give a shit. You think that if we haven't been cancelled already, we ain't getting cancelled. That's the way I see it, bro.
Andrew,
I think the reason why those channels do because the life real emotions you show, and people saying like again that fraud super Tamatukal saying like. As soon as Arsenal start winning, the FTV is not. It is the same because you always can find something criticize and something be cheerful. It's just the way the personality that we have right now.
I don't know, Alex. Is there a Man City channel? I haven't heard of it ever, man.
Yeah, there is.
No, because there's empty.
There is.
No, there are Man City YouTube fans. You've got like Boovie, you've got Expected Company, you've got the I don't know what his name is.
They're all positive as fuck, aren't they? Like you don't see your rivals watching it.
Like you've got you've got it's a Steam, not Expected. Never mind.
I like Turkish.
Yeah, like there's plenty of people, and the thing is like there's plenty of fan channels on like every team, even like in teams in the championship as well. You'll find fan channels, but it's like TV thing. Like as you said, it's like you said. It's like the thing is like it's just emotion at the end of the day. Like it's people will say stuff because of emotion, and we all say stupid shit. Like I'm not condoning what people say if they are racist or if they're homophobic or if they're whatever. But we all say stupid shit online. I have, Lewis has, like I'm sure we all have at some point. We've all said something stupid. We've all said something stupid on a stream or on something on a video.
I don't.
You know what's mad though? You know what's mad though? DT have more subscribers than Expression, bro. And Expression is like the funniest guy on YouTube, bro.
Well, DT is the same.
Grow, though. He'll just keep growing. He's too good.
Yeah, Expression is good.
He's amazing.
Expression, and that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter.
I love the guy.
It doesn't
Imagine if
matter
he was a Chelsea
that
fan,
you're winning
man. Oh
or
my
losing.
days, man.
It's the characters that you surround, that you channel with. Terry.
Yeah, it's like business, man.
Really like Terry,
his connections,
the way he builds. By the way, he has fine people that go over there, and another channel, the girl from Newcastle. I like that.
Kendall's
yeah,
good.
but for different reasons, I like it.
Yeah, we know, bro.
She's got ball knowledge, though. I had her on her a few years.
No. Yeah, she's good. She's good. But
yeah, I remember that. I remember that Atletico Madrid preview we did. That was good.
Yeah,
you didn't even have to do that. We all knew what you meant. We all knew what you meant, man. You didn't have to do anything. We all knew. Oh,
it's called motorboating.
No, it's called Yabba Dabba Doo, bro.
What?
Jesus Christ!
Is that a Harry Potter thing?
End the stream, Dave.
I don't watch Harry Potter.
End the fucking stream. Big facts. Right, we will be back tomorrow. What was it? Newcastle preview. We'll do. I'll see if I can get a Newcastle fan.
I'm not 50.
Hey, well, we were just speaking about one.
Yeah. I'll see if we got any Newcastle fans about everyone. Johnny's live, so go do a Carefree Lewis G raid.
Hey, what else can I do?
Yes, I am married.
Let's do some knitting or something. That's what I fucking do.
Like, subscribe.
I like Sophie Rose, but she has no butt.